we are live, folks. Hello, and thank you for stopping by the Massachusetts Beer Reviews channel of YouTube, featuring Ronald J. Theriault and the music of choice this evening. What is that music of choice this evening, Ronald J. Theriault?
Back to you, no station. Ryan,
Oh,
what
okay.
I don't think he heard you.
What music were you playing, Jay?
Oh,
You know what's
Vigil.
Robert came on, and now your mic can't get in.
Oh, we got a full panel. Wow.
We have a full panel, man.
All right, we'll get to the music later. Thank you for the music, Mr. Ronald J. Theriault. We have featuring today Wild Card Wednesday. I'm finally back, and I have a Wednesday to do it, so here I am. Yeah. We got Alex. He claims to be a beer master. Hello.
I don't
Alex.
have anything. Don't have
He
anything.
is
'Cause
not
I didn't
drinking.
know.
We have Drunken One from the great state of Texas. Hello, sir.
cheers, gents. Nice
We
to
got
see you.
another fellow Texan, Flacco's Beer Reviews. Bumpy, a.k.a. Jesse, great state of New Hampshire resident. Hello, sir. John Anili. That's his YouTube channel and his real name. Great state of Georgia. Michael Cormora, Brooklyn, New York. He just woke up in a windstorm. What's going on?
Come on, man. His hair always looks like that.
We got Robert Hendricks, Arkansas. All right.
Kansas.
How's he gonna do you that
You
way?
got half the state right.
Uh-oh.
Nobody ever gets Robert's state right. I always say Missouri. Everybody screws it up. It's all right.
Whiskey
Who knows?
Stout. Boom. There he is. Ronald
He's a loner.
Theriault, Louisiana Beer Reviews. Yes, Louisiana.
Hi.
Thrash metal from the great state of Colorado. And this is your host, Thomas Metal 75 from here in southeastern Massachusetts. So once again, we pick whatever the hell we want to drink and talk about, and we do it. So yeah. Alex is observing tonight. Drunken One, what are you going to be sipping on?
Boys, you're starting with me, are you? All right, let's try this. Let's try this, boys. All right, here it is. It's a big bottle
Uh-oh.
in a bag.
Ooh, there you go.
Ooh, all official with the brown bag. I love it.
King Cobra.
This goes out to my brother John Anelli.
Wow.
It's a King Cobra.
All right.
They fool you.
Yeah, thank you, Bumpy. Bumpy helped me choose this afternoon. I was on the phone on a hangout in the gas station. I said, is it this one, Mickey's or Hurricane? I think was the third choice. You know, I mean, he said, get the King Cobra. So I'm like, yeah.
Chose wisely, my friend.
All right.
The ABV on that.
You're welcome, John.
What is the ABV of this? Yeah, I have no idea. Give me just a second, Michael. I'll figure it out.
6%, guys. 6%.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
yep, sure.
All right, got to keep it rolling, guys.
Okay.
All right, we're going to Flacco. Okay, Flacco's not there. We're going to Bumpy. Jesse, what are you drinking this evening?
All right. So what I have is a it's from Money Nose Brewing Company out of Hampton, New Hampshire, but they have a specialty kind of thing going on. They call it Smut Labs. They brew up some special brews, and there is the can art, the label art, whatever. And this is called Siamese Gorilla, and it is a Thai Irish red ale with lemongrass, kaffir, lime leaves, and ginger. It comes in at 5.7% ABV.
I'm just going to say really quick on the record, that is the craziest sounding beer I've ever heard of.
Yeah, it is. Right.
I mean, seriously, with all this, that sounds, it probably is really good, but it just sounds insane. The ingredients.
Here from Mr. Bumpy and that crazy ass Money Nose beer in a little bit. John, what are you drinking on this evening? John Anelli.
I am drinking a beer from Trim Tab Brewing Company out of Birmingham, Alabama. I was actually at the brewery and didn't really do an official tour, but got to drink a lot of their beer on draft and look in very small operation up there, but they're obviously doing well because we're getting their beer here in Georgia now. This is the Margarita. It is a blood orange goza. Comes in at 5% alcohol by volume. The IBUs are not listed. They're going to be very low, probably between 5 and 10 because of the style. And I've never had it. It is crafted with pink salt, blood orange, tangerine, coriander, and lime. And as our good buddy Jay Terrio likes to say, this would fall into the flavored beer category.
The what? Flavored beer?
Yeah, I mean, with all the stuff in there, this would probably fall into what you would call a flavored beer, even if they don't want to admit it.
Very nice. All right, we'll keep going and keep sharing and keep listening. Michael Komarov, what we got here for beer?
This is from a 5-pack of all different 6-point jammers. This is their citrus jammer. It's sea salt goza flavored with fruit juice.
All right.
4% alcohol.
Nice. Very nice. Okay. Whiskey Scout. Robert Hendricks. What are we sipping on this evening, sir?
Something badass. No one
Probably.
Doing Boulevard Brewing Company out of Kansas City, Missouri. It's their Space Camper Cosmic IPA India Pale Ale. I had one last night. I bought a 4-pack, and it's 5.9% ABV and 50 IBUs. And the date is 19 October 2019, the expiration date or whatever.
Excellent. We will look forward to hearing from you soon on that beer. I see Jay Terrio is examining his beer. Which beer are you drinking on and examining right there and on your camera, Jay?
I was trying to find a date, guys.
Uh-oh.
But I couldn't find a damn date. Oh yeah, BOC rocks. Okay, I was
it chaps your chapstick or something like that. Right?
Yeah, chaps my chapstick. I typed in there what the music was earlier. Okay, so I have Shiner Lemon Pill from Spetzel Brewing of Shiner, Texas. Is 4.8% alcohol. So Shiner Lemon Pills, 4.8% alcohol, and 28 international bitterness units.
Excellent.
It's flavored with Meyer lemon pills. So yes, it is a flavored beer.
Okay. Excellent. Cool. We'll get back to Jay in a little while. Thrash Metal's been waiting patiently. Thrash Metal, what are we drinking this evening?
Cheers. We got North Fork Lager. North Fork, I should say. This is a very sessionable beer. This is 4.4%. It does have Born on Dating, and it's out of Idaho, actually. So this is first one in a long time where it's not out of the home state here in Colorado. Cheers.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Here is the beer that I have brought this evening. I asked everybody who's on the Beer Talk 2019 on Facebook through a poll, which style of beer should I drink? The most requested was lager. So I found a American Pilsner from the Aeronaut Brewing Company out of Somerville, Massachusetts. This one is called Robot Crush. There you go.
All right.
And there's the Robot crushing some beer. And the claim to fame on this one is that it's, besides 5.1%, that they won a Great American Beer Festival gold medal for American Pilsner in 2016. And I believe it's hopped with Citra. So, yeah, there's some kind of a date on the bottom of the can. It's kind of illegible to me, so I don't know what exactly it says other than 2019.
Yeah, it's all screwed up.
What's the ABV, Eric?
5.1%.
Okay.
All right. Alex, we got
Flacco hasn't given his yet.
Flacco's back. Hello, Flacco. What are we drinking on this evening, sir?
I think he's frozen.
Oh, maybe he's not there. Okay.
He's there.
You are breaking up badly, Mr. Flacco. He's got the soul gelato.
The soul of the gelato.
We're having a real tough time hearing you, Flacco.
I may have to type it in.
Let me try.
All right.
You're going to have to, I don't know if you need to jump off and jump back on, Flacco. Sorry about that.
Do it fast because the other Michael might pop in.
I don't know I don't know what to say to Flacco. It's just not working very well. So let's go to Alex. Alex, the beer master. There are, besides yourself, there were 9. Well, now there are 9 people here. Give me a number from 1 to 9.
For what?
There are 9 people here. I'm going to go from left to right. Whatever number you pick, I'm going to pick that numbered person in line to start our review.
1.
I got 10.
All right, Drunken 1. You get to start with King Cobra.
Oh, yeah. All right, yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. I've had this before. I'm not really impressed with it as because I just had a couple more stuff. So I'll pour some more on top of what I put in the glass to begin with. But you can see even with a very aggressive pour, it just there's bubbles and then there's not, and that head won't last long at all. I don't know how far I'm supposed to go with this part of the review part, but watch the head goes away quickly. It's malt liquor. It tastes like corn and rice a bit. All right. I don't know. How much more am I supposed to say for it?
Go for the whole thing, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Go through the whole damn deal. All right. So I'm going to drink the whole damn thing no matter what. Yes, I would buy this again. My sniffer doesn't work so well, but y'all know that the smell of some good old malt liquor. Tastes like a malt liquor. I forgot what I spent for it. I think it was $2.50 or something like that. Again, with that little bit of dialogue there, you see the head is gone. I'm surprised it doesn't have bubbles coming up through the beer, but it doesn't. But at a 6.0% and a big bottle like that, how would the DJ say it? Enough for me to get my happy drinking face on. Cheers to some malt liquor, Cheers to malt liquor.
Yeah, you actually made a good observation because I was just looking at the recipe lineup for that beer, and it includes corn syrup, and rice.
Oh yeah, it's totally adjunct. Yeah, it's totally adjunct.
Adjunct.
Well, I mean, it has barley malt and hops and hop extract. But he picked up that rice.
Nice.
Picked up the rice and the corn, so it's kind of.
It's a bit sweet, but it's not terrible. I put it up there with some what you call it, Natty Daddies, are sort of kind of in the same flavor range to me anyway. I'm not good with it.
We got a request.
I'd buy it again, sure.
We got a request from Mr. Ronnie S. I know we got a lot of panelists, and we're going to try to get through some, and then we'll jump back and forth between some people. We got a request from Ronnie S. to start hearing from Mr. Bumpy about his crazy smutty nose beer. So,
well, actually, Flacco, we haven't actually gotten to him. He just rejoined again. So let's see if we can hear what he has.
We'll get to Bumpy after Flacco, let's try again.
All right, man. Can you hear me better?
Yeah, you're working.
All right, man. I got the Sol Chelada, 3.5%, man. Mexican import. Beautiful, beautiful. I just saw this one today, man. I've had every other kind of chelada, Budweiser, Bud Light, Corona, all that other stuff. Never seen this one before, so I did pick it up in the store.
Yeah, I've never seen that one either. Yeah, I see Sol all the time. No chelada though.
That's what I got.
I've seen the original Sol, but not that. No.
Sure.
It's a newer chelada, I believe.
I bought one. It's new for us, but when I was in Matamoros, Mexico 5 years ago, I bought a can and I reviewed it.
Well, it's new, new to the States, I guess. Yeah.
How does that beer smell, taste? How's it going down, Flacco? Let us know.
It is smelling a real tomatoey, just like all cheladas, but honestly, it got a little bit of spice to the smell. The taste on it is I actually prefer this one a lot more than I like the Budweiser one, and I like that one a lot. This one is more balanced. You do get some of the beer. The chelada is not too overpowering on it. It's very refreshing. Very refreshing.
Big rocky bubbles by the looks of it. Yeah.
Big rocky bubbles. The head kind of dissipated a little quickly. You got some floaters up top from the tomato paste, but I mean, it's good.
All right.
It did not have a born on date. It had a Best Buy date. Best Buy November 2019. So
that's not so bad. That's pretty fresh.
All right.
Yep. That's what we got, man.
Excellent. All right. Good stuff, Flacco. Let's definitely go for Ronnie S. right to Bumpy and his, again, crazy smutty nose, smut lab, Gorilla beer. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So this is the Siamese Gorilla, which is a Thai Irish red ale with lemongrass, kaffir, lime leaves, and ginger. I poured this just recently. It had very large bubbles. They dissipated quickly. I'm not happy with that. But the color on it is kind of it's looking a lot darker on camera than what I'm picking up. It's kind of a light amber color, so a very light red, which might be foretelling of what the malt might come out as. It looks like it's kind of a lighter, maybe lightly malted red ale. The aromas on it, though, like the very first thing you pick up is ginger. So if you've gone to like a Japanese restaurant, we have like maybe sushi and stuff like that, and you have fresh sliced ginger, you get that. And then there is a lemongrass, and then there actually is a lime that kind of sneaks up afterwards. I'm not picking up on any malt notes out of it. It is those three things I just mentioned that are actually in the aroma. It smells really good.
Hey, Bumpy, is that a dark beer? Because to me, it looks like it's dark.
It's a red ale. I mean, it's all within the lighting. Let me kind of show. That's kind of.
Yeah. That's much different there. Yeah. It's much brighter.
Okay. All right, I got it.
It's very clear,
Okay,
see
it's
through.
red.
Yeah. So.
That's nice.
So that is that. Do you want me to go through the flavors right now, or do you want me to wait?
You can go as far as you want into a review. Yeah, it is.
I'm gonna go ahead and start drinking on this. I'll give you what I'm picking up flavor, and then later on I'll do my scoring.
I don't know what drunken one is presenting over there.
That's you.
Here I am.
There you are. With your born on date.
Can barely breathe.
I'm just kidding.
First note I get is kind of like a darker bread, almost going to like a pumpernickel, but it's very light.
Ooh, I love pumpernickel. My favorite bread.
All right.
That is a good bread, I have to admit.
After that, it's kind of followed up by a bit of a lemongrass. I'm not getting like a ginger or lime flavor in it, but it's kind of that pumpernickel bread, lemongrass in the flavor.
Okay.
All right. Sounds good.
Carbonation's about a medium on this. The body feel on it is pretty light. It's kind of on the light side for the body feel. So that's what I'm getting now, and we can move on to the next person, and I'll sip on this and then score accordingly for later on.
Okay. I want to hear from some of these lager beer drinkers this evening. We got Thrash Metal. He's got a really interesting looking lager beer. So let's check out some lager beer. Yeah.
Very clear. You can see that's filtered, right?
Yeah.
It's if you can't see it, carbonation's coming up. It's pretty light. It's not holding the head at all. The notes on the nose, just that regular lager, a little bit of fresh cut grass, a little bit of straw in there. But it's I think it's more higher quality on the taste, especially. It's actually got a nice sweet taste to it. So I think they used a yeast where it didn't quite attenuate all the way out, so it left some residual sugars left in it, and it's quite refreshing. This is my third one tonight, and you can't get a buzz off this one.
Oh.
Yeah. What was the alcohol on that, Thrash?
It was a 4.4.
4.4. Okay.
Yeah, it's one of the lowest ones I've had in a while.
Yeah, you got to drink a few.
I had to go pee.
It sounds like a good backyard beer, man, for the grill, you know.
Yeah, you chill that thing down ice cold. Oh yeah.
Well.
Hey Brian, I like your. Hey Brian, I like your new touch. You have a microphone now. Keep it up.
Oh yeah. That's where he rolls.
Keep my microphone up.
Right.
Here, now my microphone's up.
All right, Rush Limbaugh in the house. Woo.
Right.
Okay, that sounds like a damn good beer. I don't want to steal the show, but I also have a lager beer here. It is the Aeronaut Robot Crush. There's the robot. He's crushing the town, and he's got that #1 award-winning gold medal for American Pilsner Great American Beer Festival 2016. 5.1% alcohol by volume. And as Drunken One has shown us a couple seconds ago, I do have a born on date. I do not know exactly what the heck the born on date says. They're using the Citra, if I'm not mistaken, the Citra hop. They say on the website real fast, classic crisp lager featuring Citra hops. So here it is in a Teku glass. I bought this cold. It was $13.99, I believe. $13.99, yep, plus 20 cents for the deposit. So it does have some haziness to it, as you can see there, from the hopping. Definitely kind of looks like white peppercorn, I guess. Definitely hazy, not see-through. Very. Does have the nice white sort of soapy head that you get from a classic lager, maybe on the lemony yellow / golden side of color. The nose definitely has a lot of lemon and definitely has the grapefruit and orange, more grapefruit than orange in the citrus juice department. Definitely some lemongrass, definitely a little bit of a peppercorn kind of a note to it. Some grains, but it's a very white, bready, sweet kind of malt. So, yeah, 7. Yeah, that's got a lot of carbonation. It's got a big, bold, intense flavor as far as lager beers are concerned. It's got a really nice, sweet, white, bready malt that you like to see in these kind of American Pilsners, or even the malting kind of reminds me almost of like a Bohemian or a Czech-style Pilsner, so that's kind of cool. Lots of lemony yellow. Lots of lemongrass, lemony notes, lots of the grapefruit. Good amount of grain, but it's not too overpowering or making the beer really soggy or wet. That's just kind of the taste that I would come to expect from that. Straight up medium bodied, but it is super crisp. The hopping is making it pretty clean, and it is super refreshing. Jack's Abbey is appropriate beerware because this is a craft done lager, and this is done absolutely correct. So if you like lager beers and you're afraid to try New England IPAs, this could really be the one to change your mind. This has a really good, bold hop character, but it still has a nice classic beer, almost like a Schlitz beer flavor. It almost has the sweetness of an adjunct, but I'm not sure that they're using adjunct. So it does a lot of things that Americans do in brewing beer, and it does it right. I'm liking it. I don't know, Michael Komarov, if you want to write down a 93 out of 100, sure. Good. I give the first number rating of the day, so give you one of those. And let's go on to another classic beer with Jay Terrio. Would you like to do a beer review for us, Jay?
Wow, Terrio? I know that guy.
All right, well, here he is.
There you go. Here is the bottle design. It's really lemony and nice. It's like lemon yellow. And then as we'll see if it tastes lemon yellow. Now, there's the cap.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool cap. Huh? Lemon pledge like, well, I don't know about that. It smells lemony. They use lemon drop hops. LDH.
Yeah.
Hi, guys. It tastes very lemony. Now, if you don't like lemon, this will not be your beer to enjoy. It's bready, it's lemony, it's bitter. You know, it's a Pilsner, a lemon Pils.
Right.
It's fine. I like it. I gave it I can't remember what I scored it. Like, I think it was a B- or something like that.
Where would you score it today?
Well, you told us to wait to do the score till later. But
you can tell us whatever you want. Your
the body is medium and it's crisp. I mean, it's no Pilsner Urquell, but then which Pilsner is really? Oh, and Pilsner Urquell went back to the green bottles. I was shocked today. I said, look at this. But I would have to score it. Let me give it one last gulp because you know I'm drinking it down in this Pilsner glass so quickly.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, y'all. I'm scoring it. Oh, I love that bitterness. It's really kicking in, and it's shining through. It's giving it a lot of character. I think I will score 894 out of 100.
Bam, 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 bam. You heard it first, folks. A lemon drop pills, and that is from where is that one from? China. All right.
Shiner.
Interesting. Very cool. I say we go right down that line to Mr. Whiskey Scout, Robert Hendricks. Let's hear about some IPA from Boulevard Brewing Company.
Yep, that's from Boulevard. It's good. I had to go get another one because you guys are just talking way too much. It's extremely sessionable. We will say that for sure. It's got orange, coriander, a little bit of celery somewhere in there. There's a little celery that comes across, and just a touch of black pepper. Those are the three things. Now the hops comes across. It's a little hazy. I don't know if you guys can tell that or not. It's just a little bit hazy.
Yeah.
And the hops comes across, and that's giving this citrus orange note, I think. But it's there, but it's not overwhelming. It really blends well with the palate on this one. So
Nice.
I really like it.
Cool.
Excellent. Cool stuff. You got a number rating, letter grade? Where are you to go with that?
You want me to give it a rating right now? I like the one last night, 91. I'm going to give it a 91.
All right. Michael Komarov, he writes all this stuff in a beer diary journal. He's
Yep.
good at that.
What do you do with all those numbers, Michael?
Maybe at some point I will compile them and we can come to some kind of conclusion. Maybe.
Sure. No, I know you're always the statistician and you write things down. I was just curious what you do with those numbers.
A lot of numbers and it will be hard, but I may be equal to it at some point.
All right. Well,
Yeah, all right. Awesome.
Michael Komarov, you got the floor. Let's hear about
Michael has some of my
jammer.
Okay. This is what the citrus jammer from 6 Point looks like. The head has dropped a little bit. It was bigger before when I first poured it. The born on date is 4/20/19, so it's just like a month and a half old, almost 2 months, right? Today's the 19th, almost 2 months.
Right.
And as you can see, it has kind of like a little bit of a cloudy look, but it's really not hazy. It's more a little just cloudy.
Yeah.
And it's golden. Let me give it a nose.
It looks like it's holding some pretty good glass lacing considering the product.
It does have glass lacing.
Yeah.
It does recover. The head does come back, but it's a narrow head at the top, just a head right now. It was a little bit bigger at the beginning. So it's golden color. The nose is citrusy. If I have a negative, it smells a little like artificial citrus, even though on the can they claim it's real fruit. It smells artificial. But I'm gonna taste it to see if it tastes artificial.
Does it say natural flavors? In other words, that's just the flavors that are natural. Are they really natural in your beer? No.
It says real. It says real flavors, and it's somewhere between real flavor and artificial to me, both in the nose and in the taste.
Yeah, I believe it.
Citrus pledge.
But it still goes down very easy, and you do taste the sea salt a little bit. It has sea salt in it. You can taste that, and that combination with the flavors is actually decent.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. It works then. Hell yeah.
Where are you going to rate that thing today?
It would work. There probably are very few beers where they really use real fruit, but there must be some.
Yeah.
What's your number rating on that beer today?
I'm going to give it a 90. Which is like about the top of A-, maybe, or near the top of A-.
Sure.
Because it does come across fairly well.
Sorry.
But it's funny. The other gozes that are in this series, they have the basic jammer, There's a tropical, a ruby, a berry, and this one.
All right.
And they're all 4% alcohol.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, real low in ABV. Yeah, definitely a sipper. I mean, a crusher on the.
Yeah,
on the
you can drink a lot of these in the summertime. It's a lawnmower kind of beer. So it goes down very easy.
Excellent. Cool. All right, Michael. Nice to hear you again, and nice to hear about that. Another delicious 6-point beer that you get. Nice stuff. John Anilli. We haven't forgotten about our old friend John. What are you bringing to the table? Let's hear about it.
All right, so the Margarita Blood Orange Goza from Trim Tab out of Birmingham, Alabama. Poured, it's a hazy, kind of like a cross between copper and orange. It's a weird color. It poured with a little bit of a fizzy head, which is dissipated. There's no lacing. There's no remnants of head left. It doesn't even look like a beer, honestly, anymore.
It's my
carrot juice.
The aroma, it smells like a Goza. I mean, you're getting the tart notes. I mean, it smells like a Goza. A little bit of the blood orange on the aroma as well. It smells good. Not the best smelling Goza, though. I mean, I've had so many Gozas. Gozas, sours, those are among my favorite styles. So I've had a lot. This one's kind of fallen a little bit short on the aroma. And obviously the appearance is lacking a little bit. The taste.
Cheers to John Anilli.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys. Yeah, the taste, it's actually a pretty standard Goza flavor. You're getting those nice tart notes. You're getting a little bit of like a wheat bread note in the middle of the sip. You are getting the blood orange, but it's really not as strong as I would have liked it to have been. Blood orange is, I love the flavor of blood orange, so I would have liked a little bit more of that. The finish is pretty smooth. Carbonation is kind of low with this.
Non-existent.
I wouldn't say it's crisp. It is pretty clean overall. There's no off flavors, and it is refreshing. It's kind of a wet finish though. It's almost like drinking like sour juice. I don't know. It's strange. It's not the best Goza I've had. If you want a rating on it right now, I'm gonna have to go with an 81 out of 100. It's a B- for me. It is good. It does have some nice tart notes, some nice blood orange type flavor. You are getting a little bit of the sea salt that's in here as well, which you get with Gozas, but it's not too much. I'm not getting any of the coriander or the lime that's brewed in here, so it's completely lacking those flavors. It is fresh, so that's not an excuse. It was canned 8 days ago.
Right.
Yeah, shocking considering it's coming all the way from Birmingham, Alabama. It's just not doing it for me. There's so many other Gozas out there that are much better and cheaper. This was $11.99 for the 6-pack, I think, which is not the best value. I'd much rather spend $9.99 for a 6-pack of the Westbrook Goza. It's much better than this. But anyway, 81 out of 100. That's it.
Very nice. Very, very nice, John Anilli. Now I want to go to Alex the Beer Master and hear a reasoning why he comes with no beer.
Well, the reason is I just got home from dinner. That's the truth, because I said something to Drunken One when I...
Yeah, he was headed back from dinner. He didn't have a chance to stop by and get a beer. Wink, wink. Our boy Alex the Beer Master.
What's going on in Alex the Beer Master world, if we must know really quickly?
That's okay. I had dinner. It was a good dinner. It was shrimp scallop, and it was really good stuff. And
the scallops, all right, sounds great. How out of 100, how was your dinner? Sorry, guys, I had to go there.
You must know,
Mike. You got to take notes.
Okay. Right, the scallops and shrimp. How were they? I'm sure you've had them before. You enjoyed your dinner a lot, but what do you give it for a rating? 100.
It was spaghetti and shrimp and stuff like that. That's what it's called, shrimp scout. But it's I think that's the name. I'm not sure.
Awesome. Do you give it an A? Is it 90 plus or a high B as an 80 something? What you got, Alex?
I think I would give it a 98 because I think
98.
it's pretty good.
Hey, whoa, you really like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds like an extra. All right. I'm done bugging him. I'm just trying to play
All right,
a little bit.
sweet. All right.
That's
Somebody
okay, brother.
said in our little chat, cold cut rally, there's not enough Fandango activity going on. Someone fights someone. Come on, Ronald. Threaten drunken one or whatever. All right.
I responded with, right. Really, bro?
Well, Alex, if we have our beer meetup, I'm going to make sure that Brandon from Craft Beer Pours makes you a lobster.
Thank you.
Whoa.
I appreciate that, brother. I really do.
Shut the fire, right? Son of a bitch.
Well,
All right. Let's go
Bumpy
fun.
Bumpy already said he's going to make sure he makes those fries for me, Brandon. So that's what
There you
Bumpy
go.
said to me.
Yeah. All right. So we're moving along because we got a full panel. Go ahead, Eric. I mean, you're right, man.
Does anybody else? I think we all talked about our beers. Did anybody not give a final?
I didn't give a score on mine, but Flock, I don't know if he's given.
Yeah.
Score.
I'm gonna give mine a good 90, man. A good 90, because you know what? I feel like if I threw some hot sauce in this thing, it'd be a little bit better. But I feel like I shouldn't have to throw hot sauce in it. I feel like it should be that little you know what I'm saying? So if it had a little bit more of a bite to it, it might get 100. Because I love chiladas, man. I really do. I'm a fan of chiladas.
Yeah,
I like them too.
I'm gonna say this, Flacco. I like it when they leave it up to the drinker, because I'm gonna have a video coming out. Now I have to do it on Wednesday because I promised fucking John that I would have it come out on Wednesday. I swore. I'm sorry. I swore. So either habanero hot sauce, a wooden spoonful overflowing, or jalapeno hot sauce works as well.
Habanero.
Yeah, I go with habanero. That'd be pretty dope. That habanero.
Yeah, habanero is the best, but jalapeno, when you're out of habanero, works. I found that out because, I'm a fiend. Damn it. I'm
a fan of these chiladas, man. I am a big fan of the chiladas, man.
Hey,
this one is
Flacco.
by far my favorite one. Yeah, what's up?
Do you have hot sauce to try it out?
I do have hot sauce, but I don't want to ruin this right now. You know what I mean? If I don't know. You know what, man? Fuck it. Let's do it.
We hot sauce.
No, it takes it from like an A minus to like an A plus. Let me tell you.
Keep on track.
There you go. We're gonna add the good old classic Mexican Valentina hot sauce in here because we're doing a Mexican lager beer with the clamato. So let's do it, man.
Very nice. Go. I don't know what it was funny.
Cheers to Flacco's beer review.
Cheers, man.
Cheers,
man.
Cheers.
Flacco gives it a different twist, doesn't he?
Cheers. I'm gonna go get a chilada after this. Actually,
we just took it up to a 98, fellas.
Now you just put a worm in it.
Yeah.
Where's the worm? The lime in the worm.
Google what?
I tried to go Mexican, but it sounded like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't know why.
So maybe some hot sauce in mine. I don't know if it's gonna help.
Oh yeah, no, that would definitely work. Yeah.
Ronald J. Terrio, yes, sir.
I'm working it. If it makes any difference.
Hot sauce. Talking about hot sauce.
Let's do it.
I have these 3 hot sauces in my possession at this particular time. I have Louisiana fish fry and hot sauce.
Back up.
There it is.
Oh, chili peppers.
There you go. Yeah, cover that.
Louisiana's a pretty good one, man. And
Yeah,
Tabasco, the original.
It's not Louisiana. It's Louisiana Fish Fry brand. It's from Baton Rouge.
Okay. What's the other one? You got 2 more, don't you?
All right.
It's called Craven Cajun. All right, yes, I have 2 more. I have Cajun Chef Louisiana hot sauce from St. Martinville, Louisiana. So here's Cajun Chef.
All right.
The first one looked better just by the label.
Let me present Ron.
There you go. Yeah. I clicked this box myself. That way I can see what he's showing us.
Wow.
Oh, you ain't going to get any better looking. Just show us the other guy.
Mad. I stopped presenting Ron. No, let's go back to Ron.
The last hot sauce better have the devil on it.
And then I got
Cholula.
the one you've been waiting for the most. Surefine hot sauce from Topco. You know, our
Value of the hot sauce.
friends at the private label world. But you know, a lot of these are made, you know, it's product of the USA, so where it might be made by Tabasco for all I know. You know, but
Crystal hot sauce at the house. I like that.
it could be made by Crystal, which is Balmer Foods, which is actually made in this parish where I live, in this very parish. What other people call counties.
The parish. All right.
Did you want me to run through my scoring? Am I the last one that hasn't scored?
Let's do it.
Brian hasn't given me a score.
Bumpy, you shouldn't put your personal life that you have never scored yet in your life. You know what I'm saying? Out here.
Yeah. So hashtag Bumpy's the virgin.
Fandango now. Fandango now.
Oh, who's going? You said Ronnie hasn't scored his yet either.
Fucking one and
Ronnie's not even in here. Why y'all keep saying Ronnie? There's
Ronnie. Yeah, we're
No, it's Flacco, not Ronnie.
Okay, y'all been saying Ronnie. I was like, he's
No,
not.
man, I gave mine a 90, bro.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm going to present thrash metal. We need a number or letter rating from thrash metal. He's presenting.
Cheers.
All right. Woo! Holy crap! This gets Fandango.
All right. Okay, so what you got? Mr. Thrash Metal Brian?
All right, gents. So on this bad boy, we're going to give this an A. We're going to give it a 92. It's got some really good flavor to it. Goes down smooth. And if for a sessionable beer,
He keeps these, baby. He keeps these.
it's good.
All right, sweet. Awesome.
Don't you have the King Cobra scored?
I will give it. I'm not sure how the style goes. I'm fairly versed. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm out of focus, guys. I'll reset that here in a second, but I'll do my little spin first. I give this an 86. I give this an 86. It's not my favorite style. Let's call it an 88. Let's call it an 88. It's not terrible, but it's got freaking no head. It's got no bubbles. It's really corny. And I kind of got away from lagers and those types of beers a while ago or before. But anyway, I'll give it a high B. Let's call it 88. Let's call it 88. It's not terrible.
Right.
Buy it again. Value is good. ABV is 6%. Whatever. It's not quite bum juice. It could get worse, but it's a malt liquor, and it's
a lot worse than King Cobra.
Yeah. We can I'm gonna reset my camera and be right back. But that's my score is 88. It's not terrible. And my born on date, in case you give a damn, is I think it said it was in a weird spot, and I found it while ago.
Spend time within this century.
I don't want to slow down the platform or whatever. I want to say 6 months. Anyway, move along. It's not important. It's still within the day. All right,
we're gonna present Bumpy. Here we go, Bumpy.
All right. So first thing I want to note is during my very quick analysis of this beer, as I drank on it, I did notice ginger in the first sip.
Ooh.
As I started drinking it. So there was a bit of a ginger note in the flavor, but it was very quick, and then followed up by the lemongrass and other stuff. The like I said, pumpernickel malt was like, or pumpernickel bread was like the malt dominating flavor. But anyways, my scoring. Now everybody knows my scoring is different. I do a 50-point scale, so it doesn't correlate to the 100-point scale, because if I had a lot more numbers, it would take me a lot more time to break it down. So when I give you a score and it comes out to something that doesn't correlate to a number, to an alphabet, it's not the same scaling. So let me just say that first off. So for appearance, I give it a 5 because the head was stupid, did not last on this. That was the only fault. The aromas, I gave this a 9 out of a 10. The flavors, I gave it I think I wrote down 16. Yes, 16 out of 19 for flavor. The reason for that was just because I think being a red, it should have had some more like caramel toffee notes coming through. It was very light. It was mostly just that bready, like dark bread note from the malt. The other flavors, I think the ginger flavor actually should have been amped up a bit more. And I know ginger is a very dominant flavor, so they probably use it sparsely. But I think that it could have been probably one of the more dominant notes. I think it would have made it better with the toffee notes that are correlated with a red ale, an Irish red. So I gave that the 16 out of 19 for the flavor. Body, I give it a 2 out of 5 because it is super light on the body, and I think it should have had at least a higher medium body based off of the red ale style, which would have also correlated more malt within the brew. Like I said, this thing was pretty light for a red.
Wow.
It was on the lighter end of the red. I would have preferred a darker red, more malt. Overall, satisfaction out of it, I gave it a 7 out of 10. So that leaves my scoring. I'm throwing the pen. 39 out of 50. I'm going to put this at a B++. If it just had that more like, if it had a little bit of coffee note and a little bit more ginger in the flavor as well, this would have been like an A-.
Right. Just double that number. His out of 50. Y'all are looking for ones out of 100. Just double that number. Obviously, we're at a 78 with that rate. With
Mr. Mike. Not really, because 78 out of 100 puts it at a C. That's what I'm saying. My numbers don't really correlate.
But definitely, it's got that C plus B kind of range to it. So you're definitely thinking the same thing a 78 out of 100 typical person would. So not complaining either way. That is a massively cool way to rate beer. You get really in depth with your beer.
It could have, like I said, if it just had a few notes that were just in there, this thing would be a fantastic beer. It's just a little bit dialed down for what I would have expected out of it.
Jay Terrios wants to plug something.
Hey, Bumpy, would you get it again?
Yeah.
No, I'm not trying to plug anything.
Anything going on in the beer review channel world? Let us know.
Oh, well, now that you mention it.
Well,
I have a taste challenge. I have a Dawn Busters coming up tomorrow morning. Jack Daniel's Jack Daniel's number 7, the green label, versus Tom Sims, and that was a shocking development yesterday, which threw me for a loop, to say the least. I have another flavored Canadian beer coming up. I'm going to review that tomorrow. It's called Alabama something, but it's not from Alabama.
Oh, okay.
Not dare they.
But it's 10% alcohol, so boo.
Good news for Alex, the beer master. Lawson's Finest Liquids finally is entering into the state of New Jersey. So if you find Lawson's Finest Liquids, it would behoove you to pick that thing up and try it. Stat. There you go.
So Lawson's Finest Liquids. I'll have to
check.
Yeah. Oh, here's the one, Eric.
Don't do sip of sunshine. Don't do that one because that one's way overrated.
It is. Oh, I had Lawson's sip of sunshine.
Wait a minute, Bumpy. Why I can't have that? What's wrong? I've been wanting to try that, buddy.
He says
I didn't say you can't have it. I said it's overrated. You're going to pay a premium because it's overrated.
For something
What do you think, Michael Kuproff?
So he's saying don't waste your money on it, man. It's not worth it.
Pick up something else. I'm not saying that Lawson's is a bad brewery. I'm just saying that the beer that they put out does not meet the specs for the price as to what else you can get for the same style.
In other words, the payout doesn't match the return.
Michael
That's a
Kuproff,
lot more money.
I agree with what they're saying. There are so many beers on the market now that are more competitively priced and are equally as good as that. I think too. I'm agreeing.
Yeah. Okay.
I can get that. That's been available in New York before.
Apparently,
I haven't seen it.
Apparently, Collective, is it a Liquid Collective is putting out an organic hard seltzer in Boston and New York City. Again, if you are in that area, Michael Komaroff and Alex Beer Master, if you want a hard cider organic style, there you go. Woohoo. What do you all think? I know CBD and cannabis is a giant thing in so many different states around the country are trying to add that ingredient to their beers, and I've already heard of some CBD beers. I thought I saw one at a bar recently here in South in the state of Rhode Island. What do you all think of marijuana industry and CBD and where it plays in with alcohol and craft beer?
I think it's an amazing thing, man. I think it's a great thing. Since marijuana, the buds are our cousin to the hops. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if we get these different strands, try them out. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we can create some different flavors. You know, they might be a little bit more skunky, a little bit more danky sometimes, but I feel like it just depends on what you put in there. It's just like hops, man. It's going to be just like hops. Whatever strains you put in there can add different things to the beer, and I think it's going to be interesting to be able to open it up to that level. You know,
well, you got whiskey Scout, Robert Hendricks. Any thoughts on that?
I just quite a bit. I seen that.
I was just thinking, but in alcohol and marijuana kind of counterbalance each other in a certain way, because one's more of an upper, one's more of a downer in some ways. So I just need to leave this alone. But I don't think that the flavor wise that I've ever had will ever work with beer. But you don't know till you try.
I'll run off Robert right now because we do have Eclipse Brewing, who is a home brewer, and he actually sent out a brew that he did with HPC and CBD in it. And there's so many brews out there that they say, oh, it's got dankness to it. No, it's dank. Let me tell you, you have not had dankness until you had a beer with actual marijuana infused within that beer. That was the dankest beer. And every beer that I've had that said it had dankness in it afterwards, it's like, that's not dank. It's piney. It's just pine. Yeah. John, I mean, it's something. I mean, I struggle with it personally because the whole thing of where I do have kids and I do have a teenage stepdaughter. Well, she's 18 now. She's an adult and she's going to be moving out soon. But past couple of years, yeah, she's been like a pothead. And I've always worried about her, her brain functioning the right way, because there's been studies that say it slows you down and you might not learn as much and stuff like that, because it's something with the frontal lobe of your brain. It slows down development of that. But she was second highest in her class.
She had the second highest in her class. I see what you did.
Oh wait, no. There was no pun intended on that, but yeah, okay, I guess it worked.
Sorry, I couldn't for myself. I'll mute me now.
John H. Pierre says CBD helps in healing my muscles, and he posts this little emoji.
Well, Eric, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it. So
legalize it all, right?
Well, I didn't say that. I don't make blanket statements like that.
Well, you have said just legalize everything and leave it up to people to decide.
No, I've never said that.
Really? Explain yourself.
I said let each of the 50 states decide if they want to legalize it all or not. Mm-hmm. Okay? It's a state issue, but you know where I stand on that and on free enterprise and all that. So I even wrote an article in my old book that I don't have on the internet anymore, but it was called Just Say No to Federal Drug Laws. That was a chapter in the book. Just say no to federal drug laws. But of course, I'm not talking about customs and import. I'm talking about, and the whole point of that article was that each state should decide their drug policies. Okay. Yep. And liquor and tobacco, whatnot. Thrash metal's been blocked or frozen for like 15 minutes. So
Thrash metal, what's up?
He's probably not appreciating that.
You got to thought about brewing with CBD and THC there in Denver, Colorado.
All right. No, I don't do that.
No
I have no
thought.
interest in marijuana.
Okay.
No
Whoa.
interest.
There you go. Heard
Y'all
it.
can have it. You can have my part.
Okay.
Just where do your interests lie? What do you feel about that?
In what way? What are you talking about?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, you mentioned. I don't want to turn this a whole different direction, but you mentioned in your home state there that because you were first to be legalized for the marijuana, that you've had a bunch of unsavory characters come to your town and they're littering the streets with their.
Look at California right now. Look at all the stuff going on in the streets. That stuff's coming here. So downtown Denver is turning into a slum. It used to be beautiful. The state used to be absolutely beautiful. It's trashed everywhere now because we have so many people here now. Because of things like this, it draws a lot of, I don't want to say negative, but I'm going to say negative. Stop it, Jesse.
Oh well, look what I got. I got a chilada with jalapeno hot sauce.
Thing hanging out.
No, I agree with you.
You know what? I agree with you on that, man. I totally do. I think it's because there's only a few states that are legal, that a lot of people flock into those states and that are fucking it up for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what
I think it is that.
I got to get off of this. I'm going to get off of this now, but I appreciate you.
All right, Ron.
It's not because
Nice seeing you, Ron.
Oh, thank you, everybody. It's not because of the topic. It's just because I got stuff I want to do.
Right.
Okay.
All right, buddy.
All right.
Ron,
Take care.
Before you leave,
Cheers, Ron.
as usual.
Now, I agree with you,
As usual.
Thrash, because I go through Denver every twice a year, and I agree with you because I like to eat at a few places downtown that I used to eat at, and it slowly has degraded. You're right. I've noticed it just from a few trips I've made there.
You can't even go downtown without being accosted by people anymore.
Oh, yeah. 3 months ago.
Downtown. I worked downtown for 6 years.
Right. 3 months ago when I went to Total Wine, it was like so much different driving through that area than it's ever been before. It's different.
Oh, well,
the one of the main reasons I do wish they just legalized it federally is everybody just go back to their own fucking state and leave everybody else's shit alone. You know what I'm saying?
The thing. Yeah. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
There's
happening.
Michael, what did you want to say?
And stuff on the way to work.
Michael, you told me as usual.
I'm telling you, John is hosting Stout this Sunday.
Oh, okay. All right. I got it now.
World shattering news there. We knew that.
Disregard what I wrote. Okay. Well, yeah, there's always consequences. For every action, there's reaction. So you want to get a bunch of people on drugs, then they accost you on the street.
I'm just saying that it's interesting that a lot of these states that, well, I guess most of the states in the United States do have now CBD cannabinoid oil legal in their area. So you're starting to see all these different breweries pop up with their own CBD infused beers. And I saw it at a
well, it's like haircuts.
Recently, so I thought it was interesting.
It's a fad right now.
Yeah, it's just a different trend and a different thing that's going on in craft beer that you would have never seen 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
You see the national
the
national parks here. You see nothing but a bunch of bums in there now. Tents up all the time. You see nothing but placards everywhere. People looking for help, and you see the homeless. And I think with that coming here, it caused a lot of complacency with a lot of people.
Yeah,
and it's sad to see it, but that's the way humans are. I mean, that's humankind. Is that you give a freebie out, everybody's going to want something free,
Sure, yeah.
Or if it comes to legalizing something that a lot of people aren't able to get from a recreational standpoint, they're going to come for it. I can see it from the medical standpoint. I'm all behind it 100%. But when it comes to the recreation, the hippies, the people that are going to come and just mooch off the state, my taxes have gone up, my housing property has gone up. I mean, when do you say no? When do you say no?
Yep.
You gotta get
it's funny. It's funny too because
you got to get the libtards out of this state and get it back to some sort of sanity. That's how it is.
That's the
guy,
same thing, Cody, my friend up at
the guy
Colorado. That's everything that he says is just what you said. I talk to him probably once every couple of weeks. But I did have a question. Now, CBD oil is really kind of expensive around here, that the places that sell it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if they are blending it in with the beers, are the beers showing an inflated price?
John, turn down.
John,
Are the beers?
John, you are way too goddamn loud.
John, turn your music down, John Henderson.
It sounds like
he's got two
right now. All right, so CBD oil, it is really expensive. I will agree with that in Massachusetts, but go on whiskey scale.
Well, I'm just saying, is the price of the beers that's made with it reflecting the price? Are they more expensive than your normal beer prices you're going to pay for craft beers?
No, they haven't been thus far. There's been different breweries like Jesus. What's the fuck? I say this, I can't think of the name of the brewery. They're out in Colorado. They also have a brewery open in North Carolina.
Oh, I know who you're thinking of.
Is it Oscar Blues Brewery?
No, not Oscar. It's the other one. They're Fat Tire and stuff. New Belgium.
Right.
Yeah, New Belgium. They put out the Hemperor and stuff like that, and they use CBD type oils and their prices are exactly the same as any of their other beers. So I haven't seen a difference in price in beer.
So that makes you wonder how much they're actually putting in the beer then, or is the markup just not there for it? I mean, this question.
I've had that beer that he just mentioned, the Emperor, and the nose was just straight dank. It really didn't transmit well to the taste, though. I mean, it didn't taste as dank as you would have expected it to. So maybe you're right. Maybe it doesn't have as much of that hemp kind of in the beer. But the smell, when we opened the bottle at the beach club, people came over and thought we were smoking. That's how intense the nose was.
I'm kind of with Flacco on the thing that on the idea that I think it's going to maybe be used as well as hops to provide flavoring, but CBD is not going to get you high as THC.
No,
not at all.
CBD kind of comes off like it's kind of like a melanoidin or melanodin, however you pronounce that type thing, where basically it helps you just mellow out and sleep.
Yeah, it's more of a calming effect. It's a calming thing. Imagine coming home and you know how you relax off of a regular beer. Imagine drinking
you get lazy.
You might get that extra little.
Yeah.
The government would give you a check to live there. All right, woo, yeah, no.
Right. What I did want to say was because Thrash was mentioning how many homeless people and stuff are actually starting to be in the streets of Colorado, and South Park years ago, it was like 2000, maybe 2006. I think they came out with an episode, and it was a Prius, and the Priuses are starting to go into Colorado. And all the kids were like, "Oh no, the Priuses are coming," and they all acted like bums. There's a bunch of bums that moved into Colorado. So the Priuses were basically marijuana users, potheads. Is basically what it was stating, and it was so true because all of a sudden the city just filled up with all these lazy bums that were just all over the city, and they all had Priuses.
Hey, those Priuses are not cheap, by the way. Just to kind of charge those cars, we have I think 4 or 5 charging stations. One at a Target, another one at a Whole Foods supermarket, and another one of all places at a. I'm trying to think what that place is at Academy, the sporting goods store. Yeah, so them all have their little charging stations to to charge their cars.
Yeah, the thing is too is when it comes to the Priuses and those that are battery charged like the Leaf and all that, a lot of the tree huggers don't understand what it takes to go into mining the lithium for their batteries. And that stuff
work.
And also the electricity that, because electricity is not just electricity, you have to produce electricity.
Right.
And what are we using? We're using different sources to create that electricity.
We're still using coal.
Yeah, coal mines, whatever source, wind energy, whatever, solar power,
water.
Do you?
Even beer cans.
Do you?
Beer cans for electricity.
Do you, Sean H. Henderson Pierre, want to talk a little bit about beer and what you're drinking and how it's going?
Yeah, well, I tried to get on tonight. Unfortunately, I know it was a full panel tonight, so it's all good.
Thanks, Alex.
I'm not angry. I'm not upset. I say, screw all of you. But anyway, no. Much love to all of you guys tonight. But no.
Snooze, you lose.
Gotta be quicker than that. Gotta be quicker than that.
He was that Ontario guy.
Yeah, but listen, it was all good tonight. I was watching some of the videos. I think all of you had some good topics tonight, talking about some of the beers you all were drinking. I had the Peroni tonight. I was drinking, and I still have some of it left in my can, my glass here, and a very good beer. This is a 5.1 ABV on that beer. It is brewed in Italy. SAB Miller used to own it, but SAB Miller sold Peroni and some other beers to Asahi breweries in Tokyo in 2016, and but the beer is still being made. A very good Euro lager, very enjoyable. I give this beer, Michael, if you're grading it, I give this beer an A. It is a good lager to go with any seafood.
The vibrator down.
I was just going to say that. I was just going to say that.
Any seafood, any sort of you want to go with pizza. If you're in Italy, tasting some real pizza, and so they be made here, then Peroni will go good with it. Exactly. So I give that score an A. So, but anyway, tonight watching some of y'all comment on some of your beers, very good, very entertaining show tonight.
Thank you, sir.
John, I do want to say, your beer, your Italian lager, would go perfect with Alex's 98 out of 100 shrimp scampi. Correct?
I guess.
Yes. If there's no the shrimp scampi, if there's no cream sauce on it, yes, that will go good with it. Yes.
No cream sauce. What?
Yeah. That or maybe a bottle of a Pinot Grigio. But
fancy.
But yeah.
John,
but yes, Alex.
Why would it not taste good if I have sauce on it? I don't understand. Would you explain that to me? I mean,
say that again.
Why would it not taste good if I have sauce on it with my beer? I mean, why does it not taste good?
A cream sauce.
It will taste good, but if it's a cream sauce, then I have to go with maybe a Pinot Grigio. If there's no cream sauce on it, then a Peroni will go good with it.
Why?
I don't think there was any cream sauce on my thing.
Okay, there's no cream sauce. Okay, then Peroni will go good with it, or maybe a Pinot Grigio. Cream or no cream sauce.
I'm happy you didn't have the white cream sauce tonight.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, night is early after all. Till 7:45 here.
Start somewhere.
I'm gonna sip this. Oh yeah, Tecate, which actually is like what's that? Oh yeah, that stuff. Carbonated apple juice. Yeah.
Oh, you drinking Tecate, Eric?
Yeah, this is Let me look at my laundry list today. $11.99 for a 12-pack. Not such a terrible deal. That's usually one of the better deals in Mexican beers. I find that Corona Familiar, I think I like that better than this one, but this is fine. There's nothing wrong with this. Again, it has a very big red apple juice taste and flavor to me. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm psychoanalyzing the beer, but it doesn't mean it's bad. That's just the character to it. So it does have a character. Yeah.
Right. I've got a question for Flacco because we're drinking the same thing, almost. Yours looks more red on your camera. How is the tomato like flavor?
The tomato flavor on this one. It's pretty decent, man. It doesn't take the beer over. You know what I mean?
Well, I was just wondering because yours looks more red, so I was wondering if there's more tomato in it versus what I have.
There's a little tomato. There's a little tomato and onion compared to the Budweiser. This one has a little bit more oniony taste.
Okay.
Than tomato.
Do you like those kind of beers, Michael Komarov?
I do not.
Uh-oh.
Clamato, hey, there you go. Clamato's a good thing, man.
But if everybody else likes them, enjoy.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, Michael, you're gonna look forward to my Clamato love story coming out on Wednesday.
Okay, I'm up.
Love story.
Are you doing like a review naked or what?
I'm glad I'm not the only one on the screen that enjoys these things, man. You know, these things are a gift from the heavens.
A gift from the heavens.
What's your thought of Chilata there, Alex, the beer master, if you will?
I will get one day. I will. I already tried one of them and they were good. That was a little while back though.
Yeah,
Someone's going to have to go out and buy one for him and send it to him.
There you go. It's like the full meal deal. You get your
That might
beer.
come with the llama hair.
Give it up, Brian. You're the man.
You're the man, Brian.
Jam. All right. Well, cheers to King Cobra. Oh no, whatever. He says what?
This is awesome.
There you go. I'll drink to that.
Find the most obscure.
Well, I say cheers to Danielson.
Danielson.
John, did you get KBS John yet? Or no?
What's up?
No, I unfortunately don't think I can find it anymore. I've
drank all the
gone-
in Georgia. Oh no.
It's sold out. It started out strong. It was everywhere, and people caught on to how awesome it was, and now it's nowhere. And I've almost given up, Alex.
So, somebody send John a KBS. That way he can have one because Alex is really
I'm
wanting
gonna try because
My bad.
I can.
And
get KBS.
Alex, let me tell you, every time I go in to buy beer, I look for that fucking autocraft from Narragansett.
Narragansett.
Every time I do look for it, all I'm seeing is their regular Narragansett lager or the shandy that they have out.
Have you asked?
So I do look for it every single time, and when I find
Good.
it, I'm
Keep it
gonna do a special review
For you.
for you, Alex. For you.
Well, it's a beer master kind of guy. So have you asked them? Can they order it in, or Jesse? Have you?
Yeah, I should do that. I should when I'm in my most frequented craft beer store, if I see the manager, I'll ask him. I'll say, "Hey, can you order this?"
Sure. Yeah.
Because he ordered other stuff I asked for, and unfortunately, it was past season and just sat on the shelf.
Coming up to me asking to order stuff. I can't order shit.
People get you your beer, baby. It's all good. Right? Just ask him.
He's like, "How bad do you want this?"
Oh boy!
It's a family show, young man. What's your manners?
Oh yes.
Holy crap!
Great full house. Hi guys. Hello.
Let me make an aside. Yesterday, I did a beer tasting with Giant Space Monkey, and the beer that Jeremy sent me, the Ozark BDCS, came in first.
Whoa, Jeremy. Yeah.
Where the hell is that fool tonight?
Rogers, Arkansas. Who would have known it?
Total one.
Wow.
Ever had that beer, Rubber Hendrix?
What?
They're brewing beer everywhere, man.
You said it was from Arkansas. Is that correct there, Michael
He's
Comer?
from Kansas.
I'm from Kansas. I've been to Rogers, Arkansas
Not
a few times. But
area.
He's from Arkansas.
Not Arkansas, Kansas.
Yeah, aren't you guys neighbors?
You're closer to Arkansas than most of the other people, even though I think
that's true.
But
That's
Robert,
true, but I haven't been there in about
Connelly than I am.
2 years.
Oh.
Well, anyway.
No, that's not true. I drove through there about 6 months ago, but I literally drove from Memphis clear across in one big. I never stopped for gas. That's it.
Well, if you ever go through again, check
John,
out
do you have a total wine in your?
Ozark Brewing, because this beer was amazing. We actually thought it was about the same level as Bourbon County.
Whoa.
Well, I go to Rogers isn't at about 3 hours, so I could run down there and check it out. I guess
You can run down there in 3 hours.
Jeremy,
No.
Jeremy gets it, I think, in Little Rock, which is about an hour from where he lives. But I
Well,
don't know.
yeah, but Rogers is probably the same. It might be about an hour closer for Jeremy than for me. It's right in the very northwest corner. It's actually where Walmart's headquarters is at. Is there?
Bentonville, Arkansas.
Bentonville and Rogers are side by side. There's very little difference between them.
This one beer,
it's
ECS is off the charts. I mean, really that good.
Okay.
I would give the Bourbon County Stout a little check mark above it because they've been brewing it so much longer. A little bit better, but it's right up there. It was amazing how good it was.
I think
I will check it out next time I'm there. I will definitely do that.
I think
So,
Alex
Jesse,
has access to Total Wines.
There's some comments here. Ronnie S is asking about Bumpy's naked 50-point inspection.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
I had left some comments on that thing, you know.
You said CBD helps in healing your muscles.
Right.
I've seen that, yeah.
You finished all of your beers. Is that true, John?
No, I still got some more, but I'm gonna behave myself.
You look tired.
I'm not going to behave.
Hey, what's that, man? Berkshire Brewery? What's that?
Oh, this is a nasty beer. I'll have a review coming up on it.
That's why he's drinking it.
That's from the
Yeah, well, I mean, I got to drink it. I bought it. I purchased it.
I got
this is called Jalapeno IPA. It is a pumpkin. I mean,
pumpkin.
Jesus, pumpkin would be horrible. It's a pineapple puree and jalapeno IPA.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Did you do a naked review on that one?
domestics?
Yeah, no, there's no naked
and I
review.
also got a big jug of red wine to drink. You know, holding me over until the next 2 weeks. So
That'll keep you awake, right?
What was that again, Eric?
That'll keep you nice and awake, right?
Yeah, nice and awake, I'm sure.
In the spirit
right now, man. What's up?
In the spirit of Gozes, I'm gonna have another 6.1 from the same 15-pack, their standard jammer.
You gonna survive the night, Mike?
Yeah, it's only 4%. I can handle it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mike,
my next beer I'm gonna drink is also 4.1%, so I think I'm gonna be okay. And yes, I'm home, so I'm just a hop and a step to my bedroom, so I'm good.
Well, Sean, but usually when we see you on these live feeds, you are home, but the next thing we know, we see you in your car driving.
Well, that won't be happening anytime soon, my friend. Will not be happening anytime soon, Jesse. I was at a barbershop. I was at a barbershop trying to get my hair cut, and it was a long line. And in the hood on a Friday, we all know the barbershop is packed. People trying to get their hair cut, and you have to wait in your car or in the shop. So that's why I took my video in the car and did my Friday night Fandango, whatever the hell that was. We did.
Well, I just want to save you. I just want to save you time. So I'm going to tell you to move to New Hampshire. we got plenty of barber shops, and there's never anybody there because we're all fucking bald.
Well, then, you know what? I know what, Jesse? Bald might be. Hey, I've gone bald several times, Jesse, and you know what? I might be the best one. And by the way, honestly, I asked Jeff Lyons.
You asked him?
He lives out in that area, or in New Hampshire or somewhere in Vermont. The beer prices in New Hampshire, are they expensive or are they cheap? And he told me it's cheap. And I'm going to ask you, Jesse, is it cheap or is it expensive? For beer.
Okay, so he is Jeff Lyons actually lives right over the bridge from me.
Okay.
I haven't met up with the guy. I tried to, but he's kind of not really in the YouTube scene much anymore.
Okay.
But I definitely took. I watched all his videos, and I definitely took a lot from him. Beer in New Hampshire is about what I would say average price for what you can find anywhere else.
Okay.
Because we have less taxes on certain things. So there might be a beer that's like, let's take New York, for example. There might be a beer from New York that might be $13 for a 4-pack, but New Hampshire, it's $15 for a 4-pack. But you're looking at like the expense of it being brought over from New York. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Versus like I said, I want to get like a 25-ounce can of maybe, Genesee Ice, or maybe Ice House, or maybe,
Genesee, yeah.
PSL, very smooth lager.
We used to have Genesee Cream Ale. We do have Genesee Ice, but I used to be able to get Genesee Cream Ale for a 30-pack for $13.39.
Which is about the same price here.
Yeah. See,
there goes the vibrator.
It's about the same price. So, yep.
Brian, are you going to sing us a song or not?
All right. Sing us a song, you're the piano man.
I'm going to go talk to the wife. She just came out and stared me down, so I'm going to go talk to her.
Bumpy.
That's called hitting on you.
Good luck with that.
Hey, play Captain Jack by Billy Joel. I like that song.
Captain Jack. Hold on.
Captain Jack, take you high tonight. Captain Jack.
We're still live. I think he's saving these things. I don't know if music is allowed, kids.
We're still going.
Just saying.
Brian, do you want Eric to shut down before you play music? Because he's going to keep this video up.
Alex.
It don't matter to me.
Let's go off air, mofos, and let's keep the party going.
Did I hear "It Don't Matter to Me" by Bread? I like that song.
Yes, sir.
Wow, he said Bread. Wow, that's an old band. Good one too. That's a good one.
All right.
Here you go,
I'm
guys.
out of the Cosmic Clipper.
You can't diss Bread. I like Bread.
Pierre, yes.
Hold on, we got Robert out there.
That's Boulevard too, right, Robert?
Yeah, it's Boulevard. It's the tasting room release. Release
Kansas
number
City, Missouri.
2019.
Kansas City, Missouri.
Yep.
Boulevard Brewing Company.
Ooh, right.
I've never seen
I like their tropical pale ale.
Well, I had that Cosmic. I didn't have the tropical today.
You get
I
those.
don't know if I've seen that here.
I get a quad. They brew a Belgian quad I can get in the co-op. That's very
Yeah. They have a lot of good beers.
Looks like Jeremy went live.
Hey, Eric, we're still on air, buddy.
Metal. I'm Thomas Metal 75. We're going off air. We're going to keep the discussion going. So if anybody,
Stout Sunday on John's station at 10:30 Eastern Daylight.
10:30 Eastern, 9:30 Central, 7:30 Pacific. I may be joining you guys with the Stout.
If anybody's in contact with the Beer Talk 2019 on Facebook, or is in contacts with this group of individuals on Google Hangouts, and if we have panelists come and go and people want to keep talking off air, let us know and we'll get you a link. Until next time, whenever that is on a Wednesday, you'll see me. But on a Wednesday, until next time.
Thanks for hosting, Eric.
Keep that.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers,
everybody. Cheers, America. Thank you, world.
Yeah.